Hello and welcome to another edition of the Retreadcast, the world's leading video podcast series for the Tyre Retreading Industry. It's now coming to the end of August and people are looking forward to moving their business forward after the summer vacation with a view to hopefully seeing some kind of normalisation following the COVID-19 crisis. And once again, Retreading Business is on hand to provide you with the latest news. As usual, I'm joined by my father, David Wilson, the publisher of Retreading Business. Tell me, David, what can we expect from today's Retreadcast?
Thanks, Richard. Well, today, as usual, we have two interviews for you. We're going to start by flying across the Atlantic to the USA and Canada, where we'll be interviewing Marcos Guzman and Gilles Wauthy, the respective CEOs of B&J Rocket and Vulcan Vulcap, and I'll be talking to them about their recently announced distribution agreement. Secondly, we're returning to the world of exhibitions and we'll be talking to Renzo Servadei, the CEO of Autopromotec, about their decision to postpone the Bologna show until 2022.
Good stuff. Well, thanks, David. Once again, looks like we'll be offering a different variety of topics. I'll especially be interested in what Renzo has to say about the Bologna show, given that Autopromotec are our partners for next year's Recircle Awards. So let's get straight down to it and begin with our interview with Marcos Guzman and Gilles Wauthy.
For today's Retreadcast, we're going over to Canada and the United States to talk to Vulcan Vulcap and B&J Rocket, who recently announced a cooperation agreement relating to the distribution of Vulcan's tyre repair products through B&J's global distribution platform. And we're delighted to welcome Gilles Wauthy, the President and CEO of International Tyre Repair Solutions, the owner of the Vulcan Vulcap brand, and Marcos Guzman, President and CEO of B&J Rocket. Gentlemen, welcome to the Retreadcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, let me begin with a question for you both by way of clarification, if I may. You both issued press releases which describe your agreement as a joint venture. Is this actually a distribution agreement primarily, or has a separate JV company been established?
Well, actually, thank you very much for this interview. It's a distribution agreement that we made between Vulcan Vulcap and B&J Rocket.
Okay, perfect. Well, let me move on with another question for you, Gilles. What sectors does this agreement cover? Are we correct in assuming the agreement simply covers B&J's current customer base, i.e. retailers and repairers, and it doesn't include specialist areas such as ITRS's on-site repair service for the mining sector? And what global regions does the agreement cover?
Actually, Vulcan Vulcap is a manufacturer of vulcanizing equipment and tire repair material. And ITRS is mainly into the mining industry, where the Vulcan Vulcap product will suit in the retreading sector and the tire repair sector where B&J is involved around the world. So that will benefit Vulcan Vulcap for distribution-wise in North America, Latin America, Europe, and many other places where B&J is.
Okay, so Marcos, a question for you. How does the Vulcan Vulcap range fit in with B&J's existing product portfolio? I ask the question because B&J is a specialist in grinding and cutting tools, but tyre repair is a new area. So what adjustments does B&J have to make in order to take on the new range?
You know, B&J is a specialist and well known on good quality product. It's a good quality brand. As many other companies, we always look for what opportunities is out there. We carefully analyze what brands we want a partnership with, and definitely we find that Vulcan Vulcap is actually a really good company. We know Gilles for many years now. ITRS and B&J does business together already. So when Gilles approached us, I think that we as internally discuss it, and we find that it's a very good product. I think it's very interesting. And again, it's a good company, and Gilles has helped us out on other areas. So why not help out each other?
Absolutely. Gilles, how does this agreement affect some of the existing agreements you have in various regions? We know, for example, it's only a short time since you announced arrangements with Shamrock Marketing. Does this agreement affect the arrangements with Shamrock at all, for example?
Actually, it will benefit all our distributor that Vulcan Vulcap has before, like the agreement with Shamrock in the US, where it will be easier for Shamrock to have access to inventory in the US, so give a better lead time to all our customer. B&J has a portfolio of a distributor, and I think will be beneficial for everybody in every region.
Okay, excellent. So, Marcos, I wanted to ask you about how the agreement will work in terms of synergies as far as distribution and storage is concerned, for example. How will B&J's distribution setup help global distribution of Vulcan Vulcap products? And will you be taking advantages of ITRX's existing global facilities at all?
Well, like you mentioned, obviously B&J is a worldwide brand. We have many loyal customers, very loyal for many years, distribution channels that I think that taking advantage of that, we've been successful and the way B&J operates. So once again, like what Gilles mentions, taking advantage of that, it will benefit many others to have the product on time when needed. And that's one of the strong points from B&J. We carry healthy inventory to be able to provide to all our worldwide customers when needed.
Okay, and finally, a question for each of you in turn, the same question. Let's start with Gilles. What are your expectations from the cooperation in terms of sales development, and what do you view as the key benefits of the cooperation for your company?
Like for Vulcan Vulcap, the benefit will be the distribution network that B&J has, and also all the customer base that Vulcan Vulcap had since 1956. That's we want to put all this together to like was talking before, like Vulcan Vulcap has over 10,000 vulcanizing machine around the world, and a lot of these machine, when I travel around the world, I see these machine in a corner because people doesn't know where to buy the spare part and everything. That will now these customers will have access through B&J to refurbish these machine and being able to use this machine back again in the market.
Excellent. And same question for you, Marcos, as well. What do you see as the key benefits of this cooperation?
Like I mentioned before, B&J is always looking on how to expand the business. We all know that the retread business, you know, is up and down. The repair is up and down. Now that with the COVID-19, many companies have to be rethinking. But even before the COVID-19, we have looked into it very closely. The B&J team has looked very closely what product can we promote together with the good quality of B&J, which is known. What product can we start manufacturing outside the repair and the retreading business? So The benefit, and I think is going to be, is, as I mentioned before, Vulcan Vulcap is a well-known product. We know Gilles for many years now, and I believe it fits very well with us.
Excellent. Well, thank you both very much for talking to us today on the Retreadcast, and of course we wish you every success in the global market for your new cooperation.
Now, for our second feature, we're off to Italy to talk to Renzo Servadei from Autopromotec, who was interviewed recently by David. Here's that interview for you right now.
In July, it was announced that one of the retreading industry's leading global exhibitions, the Autopromotec show in Bologna, Italy, had been postponed from its planned dates next year until May 2022. We're joined today by Renzo Servadei, the CEO of Autopromotec, who's going to tell us about the thinking behind the decision to postpone and what plans the show has to support the market next year. Renzo, welcome to the Retreadcast. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, let's begin by talking about the postponement of next year's show. You made a very early decision to postpone the 2021 Autopromotec until May 2022. What were the key drivers behind making this decision so far in advance?
Okay, David. COVID-19 pandemic continues to register high rates of contagion, and severe limitation to international travel persists. A proper planning on the part of all the players of the sector is crucial to create a high-level event, but the uncertainty related to the measure to deal with the sanitary crisis make it difficult to national and international exhibitors and visitors to plan their business travels well in advance. A trade shows that involve 20,000 professional operators from abroad and more than 90,000 professional operators from Italy cannot be improvised. We want our exhibiting companies to invest their financial resources at a more appropriate time, thus being able to maximize business opportunities, which has always been a strong point of our exhibition.
Sure. Okay, so tell me, there's always been an equilibrium in the international trade exhibition market, with Autopromotec taking place in the odd-numbered years, and the Tyre Cologne, its predecessor, Reifen and Automechanica in the even-numbered years. This all changed when those shows switched to 2021. So you've already indicated that you'll now run Autopromotec in even-numbered years from now on. What are your hopes and expectations with regards to future dates for the Tyre Cologne and Automechanica?
Good question. We still do not know for sure what Automechanica and the Tyre Cologne intended to do. The Tyre Cologne did not make any statement on this matter, while Automechanica organizer affirmed that they won't run the show in odd-numbered years. If so, the situation would be solved. We certainly don't want to compete with our trade show, especially because the situation would be at the expense of exhibiting companies. In any case, a coordination among trade fairs in our sector would be desirable, as I have already affirmed, especially in times of crisis and difficulties as the one we are experiencing now.
Okay, so you've indicated that for 2021 you'll be supporting the market with some digital activities and events. Can you tell us a bit more about this?
Yes. In my opinion, in our sector, a face-to-face meeting are, of course, the most desirable solution, but we need to cope with the current situation. Moreover, we must keep in mind that the lockdown phase, which has been quite tough here in Italy, gave a great impulse to go digital, opening new ways of communicating, interacting, and working. For this reason, we are considering and assessing different digital platforms in order to keep our exhibitor in contact with the global market and to approach the next physical edition of Autopromotec by stage. We will certainly organize a conference event in December, and we have a surprise in store for May 2021. Of course, this will be quite a challenge, and we have a lot to do by 2022. We will be happy to share with the retailing business readers all the news about our upcoming events and initiatives in due time.
Perfect. Okay, so Autopromotec has always been a key event for the retreading industry, not just in Italy, but throughout Europe and further afield. In the market where there are many regional shows throughout the world, how will Autopromotec continue to maintain its position as a leading event for retreaders worldwide?
We do not want to be simply an exhibition of products and services. We are planning cultural events, broadly speaking. Besides, through the activity of IRP Association, both on a national and international level, we are carrying out important lobbying which enable us to gain important achievement for the whole retailing sector. Just think about the important anti-dumping measure obtained in 2018. We must not forget that Autopromotec began as SARP exhibition of Tyre Retreading equipment, when IRP initiative meant to give visibility to the technological and development experiences by the retreading sector in those years. The retreading sector has always been one of the core business of Autopromotec. That's why in 2022, Autopromotec will not only host the traditional future of retreading conference, but it will also be a title sponsor of the important event organized by youth, by Valerie Media Service, and devoted to the retreading and tire recycling sector. The Recycling Awards are honored to be working with Valerie Media Service, retreading business, and tire and rubber recycling to bring the Recycling Award to fruition. We are convinced that this new concept will become a seminal event in the tire industry calendar, helping to raise the awareness of the efforts of those striving to develop the circular economy within the tire industry. We are convinced that the Recycled Award will make a valuable contribution towards the re-emphasizing the status of Autopromotec as the leading event in the tire industry, automotive aftermarket, and retailing sector. For us, retailing sector is most important.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your kind words, Renzo. We certainly hope we can live up to that billing. Thank you for your time today and for your clarifications. We certainly wish Autopromotec well, and we look forward to working with you on the Recircle Awards and to further develop the future of Retreading Conference. Thank you very much.
Well, that's all for this edition of the Retreadcast. We'll be back again soon with some more features from around the retreading world. What can we expect to see in the next edition, David?
For the next edition, the programme will be somewhat different because we plan to run a special edition of the Retreadcast focusing on the Recircle Awards. We'll be explaining the awards concept, introducing some of our key partners and sponsors, introducing our nominations committee, and telling you how you can nominate people and companies for the various awards.
Perfect. Well, I'm looking forward to that, and it should be good fun to get back in front of our virtual Recircle Awards logo board to introduce some more of our partners. In the meantime, thank you for joining David and interviewing Marcos, Gilles, and Renzo in this episode of the Retreadcast, and we hope to see you again soon. Until then, stay safe.